Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Dojo Live recap show. Today is Monday, June 14th, 2021. I'm Tulio Siragusa, broadcasting from Southern California. Welcome back. I am joined by Carlos Ponce, who's in Cuernavaca, Mexico, and Kim Lantis in Hermosillo, Mexico. Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's
All,
happening?
all right. So we had three shows last week, and we're going to try to recap it in 10 minutes. So the first show was how big of an issue is ad fraud? That was with Rich Khan, who is the CEO of Anura. The second show was uniting audiences through emerging video technology with Megan Killian, who's the VP of marketing. And also we had Barry, who was the head of solutions engineering, joining us from Cashfly, excuse me. And then finally, we had Beyond Cryptocurrency. What is the business value of blockchain with Scott
Which
Myers, who is
was
the
a
CEO of
restream.
Blockchain? That was
Was
actually a
that a
restream.
restream?
Yeah, it
That's
was a
right.
restream.
That
Uh-huh.
was a restream. So we can still recap that if we want to. That was a restream, correct. All right. So which of these three broadcasts, including the restream, stood out for you guys? Let's start with that.
Ooh, okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I would have to go with Megan and with Cashfly, and because it is very relevant to what we are doing, like right now. We were talking about uniting audiences through emerging video technology. Okay, so that stood out for me for the reason I just mentioned, but also because of the that I find it extremely challenging as technology advances. You know, AI and machine learning and all these complex technologies that are now so mainstream nowadays are kind of meshing into other forms of communication, like video, like voice recognition. So the way that all these elements are coming together, the way I view it was like, that's what I said to Megan, was like, this is great, because we're connecting, but how is this? Where is the actual human element going to? What role? What part is it going to play? The human connection. How are we going to connect beyond the technology? So the way we discussed that and the way that Megan elaborated on it, I found it fascinating because in a way, this is what we're doing. This is what Dojo Live is going in that direction. As you know, Kim, we're trying to blend in the automated transcripts tools and all that, and it's also part of what uniting us all is entails, right? That's the way I see it, and that's what definitely I found extremely interesting, the way we all elaborated on this topic.
Great.
Yeah, for me, it was the chicken and the egg of making tech, the internet, accessible to the billions of people from the planet. But and Carlos is gone, and also make the
I
infrastructure to do so. So, like, what's coming? What's coming first? Like how to get everybody access, but then also how to be able to sustain that access. And both are equally challenging and important, I think, problems to solve.
Awesome. Carlos is adding another a part of the mute guy by actually disappearing from the screen
No, no, no. I'm just,
altogether.
I'm just swatting a fly that's bugging me. It's like boom,
Oh
boom.
goodness, that would
Yeah.
be an interesting show.
And I'm walking
Swatting
down the floor
flies.
by myself, so I've got girls screaming and fighting right over
I
there.
hear you. I hear you. Okay, so look, the good news is video has it's breaking down the walls, right? You don't have to travel somewhere to participate in a conference or in a classroom setting or in a training or a webinar. You can do it right from your home. So in some ways, it is breaking down the barriers of entry for a lot of people and making it possible for more to connect. All right, let's continue on with how big is the issue of ad fraud? I didn't participate in this one because I was actually traveling, but it's definitely a topic that's been around for a long time. Apparently, 25% of all ads end up on fraudulent, basically inventory. Where no real eyeballs actually see it, so you're paying for that. So, what were the things you guys learned from that conversation? What are companies doing to avoid this, to avoid fraud from their ad budgets.
Right. For me, I think it was two things. And I liked actually think this was the tagline itself. Like, it's not a matter of if, but how much. So if one thinks that you're exempt to this, you're not, I think was something there's a revelation to me. And then just how there's actually automated tools that allow to open up that bandwidth, right? We as people, I think, have these filters where we might be able to detect and like avoid, certain things, but we're certainly not capable of catching it all. Certainly not at the speed of which it needs to be caught with bots and everything else that can, do fraudulent ads, hundreds, thousands, I don't know, within a minute. And so there's tools to combat that. So I think for one thing, people suck, right? That this even needs to be a thing.
Oh yeah.
And money is, I think, that what makes the world go round. But then there's heroes like Anura who can come and step into play to help offset some of that suckiness. So thank you, suck warriors. I don't.
I mean, it's amazing how much energy is put into this kind of fraudulent activity. Facebook, unfortunately, sorry, Facebook, you're famous for allowing fraudulent ads. I mean, guys, if you see an ad for like a super duper scooter that normally sells for like $1,500, selling for $39.99, that is BS. Okay, and the fact that they allow it is bad. So people need to adopt some technology to get smarter about not allowing fraudulent advertisers on their publishing platform, and also advertisers need to better control what they're spending their money on.
But also with like inbound marketing and stuff, like fake clicks, fake leads, even fake email addresses, or maybe not even legitimate email addresses, legitimate phone numbers, but of people who did not legitimately click on any of your stuff. And then you can like call out and be like, hey, I'm following up on this email. And they're like, what email? And so now there's potential to your, wasting your time. There's potential damage to your brand. So it goes in a lot of different facets, which was actually something that was new to me as well. So yeah, if you haven't looked into how to protect your company from ad fraud, do that.
Awesome. Then we had the recap. I mean, we had a replay, a rebroadcast. And oddly enough, if you talk about blockchain or cryptocurrency, you might get knocked out of YouTube, guys.
Oh yeah.
What was that, YouTube?
I don't know. I have no clue. They kicked us out for it.
Terminated the account because we did something that was inciting violence. How is cryptocurrency inciting violence? But anyway, that's what happened.
Okay, Tulio, remember, we were told we violated community guidelines.
Right.
Okay.
But if you look, the notice says, we don't allow things that incite violence. I'm like, we're talking about cryptocurrency.
It wasn't just violence. It was gore and violence. And I'm like,
it goes to show some AI platforms are not that smart.
Yeah, something weird happened there, because when I was researching the whole, this whole glitch, I got a URL that said something. I didn't even click on it. I don't even remember if I did. But anyway, it read something about gore and violence and such. And I go, what the heck is this, right? So anyway, hey, YouTube, shame on you. So get your AI in shape, YouTube,
well,
please.
It's what we've been talking about all year, right? AI is not replacing humanity. It's augmenting. So clear example of how...
Right. Before you knock someone off, have a human being look at it and say, oh, this is a legitimate publishing platform here.
But in their defense, and first of all, with Ruben and our team, Bea, we got that Carlos recuperated very, very quickly. So good work, team. And in YouTube's defense, they did respond very quickly as well. So tragedy diverted.
So we're up on time, guys. This week, we got a bunch of replays. With almost 500 interviews, we've got a huge library of some awesome content, some of which were never multicasted. There were some of the original shows. So we're going to rebroadcast them this week and see you back live on Monday of next week for the recap.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Be safe, everyone. Enjoy summer.
And we're going on vacation in July. Keep that in mind.
That's right. First 2 weeks of July.
First 2 weeks of July.
More
Bye, guys.